Coach Kraus coming to you live from sunny Livonia. Got my Cornell shirt on. I bought directly from Rob Cole. Got to spend an hour and a half with Rob Cole and Mitch Clark in the sauna at Cornell. That was an experience. Priceless. I tell you, it was priceless. I'm going to talk about youth wrestling. There was a quote that someone said. I didn't make it myself, but there's a quote. And somebody asked me, Kraus, do you like coaching high school or do you like coaching youth? I like coaching anybody, actually, that wants to learn. But for the most part, I like to try to mold a mind and to change a mind. And I tell you what, when little kids are buying what I'm selling, and I'm selling intensity, I'm selling leadership, I'm selling sick technique, it goes over a lot easier than some kid thinking he's been there, done that, who hasn't been there, done that. You know what I'm saying, coaches, you get me. But little kids, youth wrestling, when I was coaching Team Shamrock for 10 plus years, I installed in these kids' brains that, well, there's five rules you gotta follow. You gotta pay attention, you gotta give 100%, you gotta try not to cry. I said try not to cry. I didn't say don't cry. You're a little kid, man. If you gotta cry, cry it out. And when you're done crying, you gotta ask yourself, man, did I need to cry? Rule number four is don't talk when the coach is talking. And rule number 5 is called respect. When I say hustle, what do I mean? Hustle! When I come to help you, and I show you how to do something better or faster or with more swagger, you just say thanks, coach. Don't roll your eyes at me. I'll lose my mind. Let's go to rule number 3, about crying. If you got a club where kids are still crying and throwing hissy fits when they lose during a match or after a match, you got to change their brains right now. And all I did was this. Come every Monday or Tuesday when we got back in the room, I said, hey, by a show of hands, who cried this weekend? Who cried? I mean, I was at a tournament, but we had about 20, 30 kids at other tournaments. So kids wouldn't raise their hand, and parents say, Johnny, raise your hand. Johnny, raise your hand. Bobby, raise your hand. Louie. Kids raise their hand. I say, all right, stand up, Bobby. What happened out there, man? What happened out there? Well, I was just doing this. And sit down. I don't want to hear it. I'm not demeaning the kids. I didn't totally make fun of them, but I made them stand up and talk about it. There's never a good reason. I used to say, unless you lost your dog, there's no reason to be crying out there. This is Team Shamrock. We're respected. We're known for not crying. We're known for not throwing our headgears. And I'll tell you this. I would ask for stories. Hey, who had a great weekend? Side note, kids would stand up and say, oh, Coach Kraus, I was 5-0 with 5 pins. I said, really? I don't want to hear that. I want to hear stories of adversity. 5-0 with 5 pins. You probably saw 5 kids that weren't even in your class. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Coach Kraus, I lost 9-8, but I didn't give up. Perfect! You didn't give up. That's what I want to hear. Perfect story. Oh, Coach Kraus, I lost 10-4, but I didn't cry. Thank you, Johnny. That's perfect. You didn't cry. Hey, it's so cliche, but trust the process. Build their minds at an early age. Trust the process. You're gonna figure this sport out. It takes years. It takes 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years. Sometimes 3 years. But it takes years to figure this sport out. Change their brains at an early age. Show them great technique at an early age. So when they get tired at an old age, they fall back on great technique. That little kid technique. Man, just you youth coaches out there, just have them stand up on Monday or Tuesday. And if they cry, they got to explain it. And I'll tell you what, you'll have nobody crying in a month or two. Coach Kraus, over and out.